My name is Lakshminatha Rao. My first darshan of Baba was during his famous East-West gathering in 1962, on the first 4 days of the month of November. The reason how I happened or why I happened to go to Baba was out of mere curiosity. I was told, of course, he was avatar of the age, but I had then so little knowledge about what God is. I thought less about what an avatar could be. I wanted just to see what it is like. I happened to go with a few friends. And then, on the very first day, I had a chance of being seated very close. And then I saw Baba. I tried to take a measure of his lineaments. And the one thing that struck me on the very first day was the constant movement of his fingers, both of his right as well as his left hands. I was thinking what this movement would mean. And the first day passed off. The next day, I happened to get seated a little to the rear, away from the dais. And then I found that I was able to see Baba very clearly, unlike the other people who happened to be on the dais, particularly Mr. Erwin, who was all the time standing besides at the rear of Baba's chair, and then the Maharani of Baroda, who was seated on his left side on the dais, and another, I think, Yogi Sudananda Bharati on the right. I could only vaguely see those people, but I could very clearly see Baba's face, the various aspects of his face. Then I had a curiosity to know whether I could see the face as clearly if I could go a little distance farther away. And then went to the far back of the pandal, and even then I could see Baba. I thought there is some effulgence, radiation emanating from his being. That was the first impression I had. And then another also, I consciously remember having developed that impression. From a distance, one is at a loss to know whether he is seeing a male or a female. There was the aspect of both male as well as female in that face. The program that was being gone through during those 4 days was people going in an orderly file into his presence and Baba giving an embrace to every one of them. I did not get the chance of getting that embrace during the first 2 days. Not that I had consciously any value for that kind of embrace. I thought as one among so many people who are having it, I must also have it. So, when I did not have that embrace, that night where I was lodged, I spoke out my sense of disappointment to one of the lovers. And the lover immediately remarked, "You are entirely mistaken. You have come here not on your own, but Baba had willed it. And you will get everything that others have got. Don't you feel worried about it?" Accordingly, on the last day in the morning, those who did not get the opportunity were asked to assemble. I had the unique opportunity of being with Baba for a little while. I was in his presence, he gave me the embrace, and then I could see that although from a distance there was an unearthly handsomeness about the face, when looked at from close quarters, that face disclosed a lot of power, unearthly power. It is not human power, something celestial about it. And then I passed away. And then on the final day, the fourth day in the evening, prasad was distributed. And then an announcement was made from the dais that those who had come for the darshan should get back to their native places, to the places from where they came, taking the image of Baba in their hearts. I did not know what it meant either. I went home. And it is ever since that, after I got back, that I began to experience feeling that image of Baba on my heart. And that image had been with me till now, and will be with me perhaps as long as this kind of embodiment lasts or this being lasts. It has been a very blissful experience with that image of Baba. I developed a new attitude to life. It's always an attitude of love, friendliness to every living thing, including man. Yes. Now, one thing about which I developed some confidence is that God as truth, God as reality, is within access of human understanding.